Hello everyone, welcome to Court with Krissy. Klepto Karen zoomed her way into a courtroom today. Despite her disheveled appearance and perhaps slurring of words, I think things are getting better. So, I've also included a clip where it gets worse. I hope you like it. Court with Krissy is now in session.
So that's fake news. Place 24 people killed, more than 12,000.
All right, Miss Harvey, is that a TV I hear in the background? If it is, I'm going to need you to mute it.
Okay, Mom, can you turn the TV down? Turn the TV down, please. All right, thank you.
All right, we will go on the record in the matter 20 CF 91, State of Wisconsin versus Lori Harvey. This state appears through District Attorney Kevin Schmidt in person. We have Agent Gretchen Annabis appearing by video conferencing. We do have Marianne Groth, DOJ, a victim witness. We also have victim witness from the District Attorney appearing in person. Ms. Harvey appears by video conferencing. Ms. Harvey, it is very hard to see you. You are in a very bad location because you are facing the opposite way of the light.
Is that
much
better?
Much better. All right. And we are in victims' rights compliance. We at least have partial victim presence here today. We're set for a probation review hearing, and this is at the request of Agent Annabis. At least as of November, let's go back to October. At the October 2nd, 2024 hearing, the court did do a review of Ms. Harvey's financial situation as well as her medical situation and the doctor's report and evaluation and her Social Security disability and the evaluation and determination from the medical professional that Ms. Harvey is, at least at this time, not capable of working. That was not addressed as whether or not she is capable of doing any online work or anything of that nature. However, the court did order at that time, by looking at her financial situation, minimum payments of $288 per month in restitution. And that was also calculating the factor in of not paying for the life insurance that Ms. Harvey was looking at that time, due to the fact that paying into that particular life insurance was simply just a waste of money, and that money should go towards the payment of the restitution and the victims rather than down the toilet. I believe I'm recapping our October probation review hearing correctly. This is simply off the top of my head and what I recall. Ms. Annabis, anything you want to add, at least from your perspective from the October 2nd, 2024 hearing?
I don't, Your Honor, to recall back on October 2nd. I believe you recalled all of that.
All right. And I think I may have another partial victim or victims appearing. I have 715. Sound familiar?
Yep.
All right. Is appearing by telephone as well, observing. So the court received a request for a probation review hearing in November, the middle of November, from Agent Annabis, indicating that only partial payment was received from Ms. Harvey in the amount of $235 instead of the $288 that was requested. So it was $53 short. Ms. Annabis, have you received the December payment?
Just to update payment overall, there has been no December payment at all. She did make a payment of $300 on the 1st of this month, or I should say January 8th of this month. She had made a $300 payment that obviously has not been disputed. That is the update on the payment.
All right, so she made a payment of $235 and a payment of $300 so a total of $535. And so that she should have made a total payment for November and December of $576, if I am calculating that correctly. So that would leave a balance of $41 that would be left at least for the November and the December payment. Ms. Harvey, are you going to catch up with the $41 payment as well as get out the $288 payment for January by the end of January?
I will be able to pay it on February 3rd.
You'll pay it on February 3rd?
All of it, yep.
All right, so you're just
caught up.
asking for a grace period. Is there a reason? Is your Social Security coming out on the 3rd of the month? Do you need me to switch it to the 3rds of the month? Is that what I'm hearing?
Yes, please.
All right, so let me just figure this out. So you will be able to pay $329 by February 3rd.
Yes.
And that will be, that's the January payment. So we're essentially paying, it's paying the month behind, but on the 3rd of the following month.
Right.
All right, so you're going to be able to catch up and make a payment of $329 on February 3rd, and then thereafter, your $288 or more, because the order was if you're able to have excess funds, you would be making excess payments each month. But at the minimum, $288 a month by the 3rd of every month. Is that correct?
Yes, ma'am.
All right. So then, Miss Annabis, is there anything else that you need to address or you feel that we need to address?
I don't think so, Your Honor. I think just keeping up on that payment, and it happens every month, just as we spoke as at the last court review, that it's only fair to yourself, the judge, myself, and everyone that is expecting this.
Yes. And Mr. Schmidt, anything you want to add from the state's perspective?
No.
And so as I'm understanding it, and as I'm hearing Ms. Harvey, and I want to make sure that it works for Ms. Harvey and that she's in compliance and that the victims are able to get their payment towards restitution. So if it works on the 3rd and it's the 3rd of every month, then that's what I will switch it to be, by the 3rd of every month. So how is the payment received? How do you send it to Department of Corrections, Ms. Harvey? Is it by income assignment?
No, it's done online. I go to DOJ, is it? Or
Okay, you pay it online and you go
Yep.
on your computer and pay it online?
Yep.
And you can do it every 3rd of every month?
Yep.
Excellent. So, Ms. Annabis,
Well,
that is what it-
if I do it on Saturday or Sunday, it doesn't come out till Monday. But
Well,
that's
correct. But Ms. Annabis isn't going to be working on a Saturday or Sunday, so then she'll be able to check it then on the
Yep.
following weekday to ensure that it's paid. And I am not understanding, though, I don't understand the process then of how the victims then get their restitution. How does that happen from DOC and how long does that take?
I
Well, I
have
know
no-
you don't know, Ms. Harvey. I'm asking
Oh.
Ms. Annabis if she knows.
To my knowledge, she will pay it online, and then from what I've noticed, it is just dispersed through our system.
And may I ask the victims, do you get it promptly? It takes a little bit of time.
If it's under $10, we don't get it until it gets to be $10.
Okay,
And
but,
it took 3 months.
and now that we're gonna hopefully start with the monthly payments on the 3rd, hopefully you're gonna get them timely. Can you,
Your Honor, she has said this before, you know. It said that she's gonna start it the 3rd of the month, and what happens? We don't get it.
I'm gonna let you know, my memory does not recall the 3rd of the month before. And I'm gonna say that I generally have a pretty good memory. So this is my first recollection of an exact date.
Well, yeah,
And
if she
so-
doesn't want to pay us, why don't we take out some life insurance again?
Well, I'm gonna tell you, I went through a huge hearing in October, and that's how I was able to determine that that would be money down the toilet in what she's able to do. And I can't recall if you were here or not here. And if you were here or not here, that money is just money that would be flushed down the toilet, because with her credit and with the felonies that she has, I went over her rejections, and she applied to all of the ones that I told her to apply to and more, and she was rejected and could not. The only one that she would be able to get, quite honestly, it's better to make sure that you get the money instead of throwing it to something that's just going to not produce anything in the end. And so that's why I'm here. Quite honestly, I don't need to have these probation review hearings, and I don't with every case, but this is an important case, and some cases are more important than others. And that's why I'm doing it, to ensure that monthly payments are now going to happen, because restitution will be paid, and Ms. Harvey is going to now start to pay it by the 3rd of the month. And now, since I've had October, Ms. Annabis, the DOC agent, has stated that 2 payments have been made for a total of $535. It is $41 shy, but that's going to be made up in this next payment on February 3rd. So then you're going to get the full $288 plus the $41 on February 3rd. And then the next month it'll be $288, and the next month $288 on the 3rd. And Miss Annabis will be watching this, and I will be watching this, and the state will be watching this. So hopefully it'll now start coming in a more fluid, more consistent fashion. And so just stay in contact with victim witness, because I'm going to tell you, I don't know, and Miss Annabis quite honestly doesn't know that part of the system of once money gets paid, the process of where it goes and how it goes and how it gets distributed and how long it takes and all of those things. I try and learn as much as I can, but I still don't know the inner workings of other departments and other things.
Kind of learning experience for all of us.
It sure has. So at least now we know, and here we are, we're going to have 3 payments by February 3rd, and that's coming up here soon. Ms. Annabis will notify the court if it's not done timely. February 3rd it's on a Monday. So that is a weekday. So we'll know right away. Okay. All right, Ms. Harvey. So make sure that the payment of the $288 plus that additional $41 of $329 is paid in full on February 3rd. Okay.
Yep.
All right. Thank you. Then we are adjourned.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Thank you.
All right, can you hear us?
Yes,
All right, this is going to be case number 244482 SM3. And what is your full name, please?
Jennifer Michelle Leffingwell.
What was that last name?
Leffingwell, L-E-F as in Frank.
Well.
Right.
All right, very good. This is a bench warrant arraignment.
Why am I in Grand Traverse County, 86th District Court, Traverse City,
Okay.
Michigan?
Hang on a second here. You'll soon find out. Okay, we just moved to Antrim County, okay?
Okay, so you just did a screen and we moved to Antrim County, 86th.
I
District
just
Court,
moved to Antrim County.
Bel-Air, Michigan. Okay, who
Yes.
are you? Who are you, ma'am?
I'm Magistrate Casties for the 86th
You're
District Court.
magistrate who?
Casties for the 86th District
Cassidy?
Court. Casties.
Casties for the 86th.
Yes.
You're magistrate Casties for the 86th District Court. Out of what county?
I cover Antrim, Grand Traverse, and Leelanau counties as
You
needed.
cover Antrim, Grand Traverse, and Leelanau counties. Okay,
Yes. Okay?
Okay.
All right, good questions.
thank
Not
you.
so many people ask those questions.
Okay, thank you.
All right, you're here for bench warrant arraignment. I'm failing to appear for arraignment on the case on December 10th.
No, they said I B and E. Said I did a B and E.
Wait a minute. Okay.
Not failure to
Miss
appear. They said
Leffingwell, Miss
did a B&E.
Leffingwell, Miss Leffingwell. Okay,
I'll tell you right now.
hang on a second. Hang on. Just
Good job bringing you
just
into
save-
it because you didn't
just save-
graduate fucking law school
save your
either.
questions, okay? Save
Okay.
your questions.
Okay,
All right, let me get through this.
okay.
All right, Miss Misty Lee's here as the arraignment attorney to assist you through this hearing today. She is going to explain to you.
I
why-
asked for my attorney.
At this point, your attorney is not here today. Miss Misty Lee is representing you in this hearing only. All right?
Okay.
She's here to assist you. She'll
This is my
explain why
attorney.
you're here. And I'm going to place the two of you into a breakout room so that you can talk about this confidentially.
This girl here is my attorney
This lady right here, Janet Misty Lee, is your attorney for today only.
for today only.
Yes,
I couldn't have my attorney. Okay.
because your attorney is not here. If your
Okay.
attorney was here, you would
I
have.
requested to call my attorney for the last 2.5 days. They wouldn't let me make a phone call.
All right. well,
Ma'am, there is
It
another
does-
option. You can sit in jail and wait until your attorney's available someday.
Who are you? Are you the one that approves all the officers for pay and has a job for life? Because you approve their pay and it's not illegal for
Okay,
you?
Miss
grandmother's house
Slapping
next
Mouth,
door?
if you're going to not listen to what's being said and have your own opinion stated, we're going to have to just leave you in jail until you can get your own attorney, all right?
Okay.
Okay, now we're going to place you into a breakout room to talk with Attorney Misty Lee about why you're here in our jail. You will need to join the breakout room when you see the join button. And then you will need to come back here after you're finished talking, all right?
Mhm.
All right, we're going to create this breakout room for you. And there you go. You should see the join button now. Okay, Ms. McGuire, I have a dispo here on Leffingwell. I have it half filled out already, so I think I'll just fill it out on this end.
Okay.
Sign it and forward it on to Antrim County. So you won't have to worry about this particular one.
Antrim, you're muted. You're muted, officer.
They have been trying to attempt
There
to
we go.
murder me every
You're
1 to 3
unmuted.
days for a year.
Okay,
Do you hear me? They have been trying to murder me. The police.
Miss Leffingwell, please.
Oh, no, they
I
haven't.
will mute you if you cannot keep your
Okay,
comments
well,
to
I've
yourself
told
at
you
this
and I've told
moment.
her they have been trying to murder me. And you
Okay. Unfortunately, we have to mute her at this point. So, Ms. Misty Lee, have you had an opportunity to speak with Ms. Leffingwell regarding the alleged charge of breaking and entering and also her rights and the possible sentence on this charge?
Yeah, yes. So we did review the illegal entry. We're entering a plea of not guilty and requesting the assignment of counsel.
All right, officer, can we unmute, please? All right, Ms. Leffingwell, I'll need you to raise your right hand. Do you solemnly swear and affirm the information you're about to give is the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth?
I do.
All right, we'll be asking you questions for the court-appointed attorney that you're requesting, and also for review of bond on this. Give me a moment while we get the correct form for Antrim County. Wait, what is your phone number, please?
Mine?
Yes, yours.
I don't know my phone number.
Okay, well, it's important that we know your phone number.
I don't know it. I don't know it.
Okay, well, we're gonna need to have you give us your phone number so the.
Well, I'm sorry, I don't know it, ma'am.
Then the court-appointed attorney can't find you.
They can find me. I'm here in jail. I'm here in jail. They can find me.
Want to stay in jail?
I don't know. I don't know my phone number.
Okay, did you want to stay in jail or do you want to find out what your phone number is from somebody?
I don't know my phone number. I don't know it. I'm sorry, I don't know it. They have my phone. They have my phone and they have my password. I'm sure they're messing with it. They let kids break in and get my password. They let the neighbor break in, so I don't know.
What is your email address?
Which one?
One that the attorney can maybe get a hold of you at?
They're not gonna be able to. I'm in jail.
Could you just answer magistrate's questions to the
I
best
don't
of your-
know. I don't have a phone number and I don't have an email.
You do not have an email address.
No, and I don't have a phone number.
Okay, what is your mailing address?
My mailing address is General Delivery, Mansalona, Michigan, 49659.
And are you renting, buying, living with parents? or
I
paying
own
rent at that
it. I
address?
own it. I own it.
Do you have a mortgage?
No.
All right, so you own it?
Mm-hmm.
And what do you own? What is the address that you own? So are you single, married, divorced, separated, or widowed?
I am divorced.
Do you have any dependent children living with you?
No.
Are you working?
No.
What is your source of income?
Social Security disability.
And what is the value, you would say, of your real estate?
$5,000 is what I paid for it. $5,000 what I paid for my home, and it's probably not even worth that now. It's the right with what's going on. I'd say $5,000.
Okay, so that's pretty much what you're taxed on?
I'm thinking it's went up. It's went up. So I think I'm taxed on $10,000 or $20,000 now. The assessed value is I think 20,000.
Okay, do you own a vehicle?
Yes,
And what is it?
it's a 2006 Jeep Commander. I paid $2,300 for it.
All right. Do you have any money in the bank?
Yes,
About how much would you guess?
40,000.
40,000?
Mm-hmm.
Is that in a checking account or a savings account?
It's in a sub-share account.
Sure.
Oh no, it's in a savings account. It's in a savings account. And
So
that's
you have access to that money.
yes.
Okay. Well, because you have access to $40,000, we're not going to be able to appoint an attorney to assist you on this. You'll
Okay.
need to hire your own attorney.
Okay, I'll represent myself.
Okay, you may do so. That's your right.
Okay.
We're going to list that you're representing yourself.
Or I'll hire an attorney. I'll figure it out.
That's not a problem. That's your right.
I'll figure it out.
Okay, we are going to have to take a look at bond setting on this. Miss Tilly, do you have any thoughts on bond?
Well, so I also received from Jerry in Antrim. I thought she was also being arraigned on a bench warrant for failure to appear for arraignment on December 10th.
That's basically what we're talking about. This is the bench warrant arraignment on this case for failing to appear for arraignment, yes.
Oh, okay. So with regard to that bench warrant, well, if she's gonna be representing herself, I guess she.
Or I will get an attorney. We'll see.
Okay,
Okay, all right. So with regard to bond, we'd ask the court to consider, if not a PR bond, a low 10% bond. She tells me that she has resided in the Mansalona area for the last several years, 3 to 4 years, I believe she said. As she told you, she is on SSD. This is a misdemeanor offense. It sounds like she has a fairly minimal prior record. I don't believe I saw. Yeah, 3 prior misdemeanors. It looks like no prior felony offenses. And of course, this charged offense here is a 90-day misdemeanor offense. So I think that either a PR or a low 10% bond would be warranted.
okay. All right, Ms. Fluffingwell, are you taking any medications?
No.
You have no prescriptions that you need to take?
No.
Okay. And all right, so the standard bond conditions, we're talking about bond setting now. Standard bond conditions will apply to you. You're not to leave the state without permission from the court, so plan to stay in Michigan for the time being while we go through this case. You're not to get into any trouble while you're out on bond. And no alcohol, illegal drugs, marijuana, mind or mood altering substances.
I have a medical marijuana card. Am I allowed to?
Is it current or is it
Yes.
expired?
No, it's
Current?
current, yes.
All right, you need to provide a copy of that card to the court, and then you would be allowed to take medical marijuana while you're on bond.
Okay,
All right, so that's important that you provide that.
okay,
Now, you are going to be subject to discretionary testing for drugs and alcohol. We are going to be ordering a benchmark drug screen prior to release today.
okay,
That will be done right there at the jail.
okay,
Now, you're not to show any violent, threatening, intimidating behavior towards any persons. Be respectful of all court staff, law enforcement, care providers. You're not to possess weapons of any kind. And you're not to have any contact with and stay at least 500 yards away from wherever he might be.
for who?
He is the person that lives at.
That's the Banny, because they have my phone and okay.
Yep,
That's-
please
okay.
keep all that information for your attorney or when you talk with.
He's Judge, Eli is Judge Hayes.
So these are the conditions of your
Listen,
bond.
Judge Hayes is messing with kids in this community.
Okay.
You need to
Miss-
know this, ma'am.
Miss
Someone needs to
Leffing,
know Norman Hayes is
well, no,
abusing children.
No.
Okay.
Now you
Okay.
need to listen, okay?
Okay.
Just listen. We're setting bond.
Okay,
All the information that you're trying to provide to us, you would need to provide either to your attorney or to the prosecutor.
okay,
Now is not the time. You just save that for then, okay?
okay.
All right, so your bond on this, you say you're not doing any counseling, you're not taking any medications for your
No.
disability, right?
No,
All right, after you've done your benchmark drug screen today, we are going to go ahead and let you out of jail on a personal recognizance bond, which means you're giving us your word that you will abide by these conditions.
I don't want bond. I want to stay in jail.
You want to stay in jail?
Yes, please.
Okay, we can certainly arrange that if you'd like to stay in jail.
Yeah, I'll stay in jail.
Ms.
Stay for the
Lee,
trial.
in order for her to get credit for time served, I think we'll amend that to being a 10% bond, which means you would need $100 to get out of jail.
Okay.
All right?
Yeah, I'm
That
gonna stay in
means if you
jail.
choose to get out of jail, you post the bond and abide by the conditions. If
Okay,
you choose to stay in jail, you don't give the jail any money.
right.
All right?
Okay, thank you.
You're
Okay,
welcome.
Have a good day.
Now you're,
Wait a minute. You need
okay,
you need a court date. Don't leave.
Okay,
right. Your next court date is actually scheduled for February 5th at 8 o'clock in the morning. That's where you're going to meet with the prosecuting attorney. Now, if you're going to stay in jail, we will see if there's any possibility for us to move that pretrial up a little sooner for you. Okay?
okay.
All right.
Thank you.
You're all set. Take care.
Have a good day.
You too.
I'll be in here until February 5th. Anytime, okay.
Let's put Antrim into the waiting room. And let's bring in Leelanau County. Okay, good afternoon, Leelanau County. Can you hear us?
Hang on there, magistrate.